Hey guys, welcome back to ARTV, your guide to current events within the aesthetic industry. As always, I'm your host, Vivian Ichendu, the vendor relations specialist here at Aesthetic Record. Thank you for tuning back into another exciting episode where we continue supporting small businesses that are doing big things. And today's guest speaker is the founder and CEO of a digital media company that has chosen to take a very different turn to protect healthcare providers, their staff, and their patients during this very uncertain times. So here with me today is Keefe, an experienced Chief Creative Director with over 15 years of experience working in the aesthetic industry. He's highly skilled in digital strategy, logo design, user experience, integrated marketing, and of course, advertising. Chris, thank you so much for joining today. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about you and your journey to where you are now with Sona Creative?
Yeah, so our journey at Sona Creative, I worked in the aesthetic industry at Allergan at their primary agency for over 15 years. There I was able to kind of cut my teeth in the aesthetic space and not really realizing that, I was starting a career in something that was much bigger than I ever anticipated. 15 to 20 years ago, when Botox was new, you didn't really realize that it was going to grow into the industry that it is today. So through that, we've made a lot of partnerships, a lot of great friends, and people have moved on to other great companies. There's new companies that have spawned, companies have grown and merged. So a lot of those relationships that we've made over the years, some of those are now our clients. So about 3 years ago, we branched off to create an agency that catered specifically to those aesthetic clients. Primarily photo and video. That was kind of our niche, if you will. Our clients still do need some of the traditional advertising, which we also do, as well as a lot of sourcing. We've done a lot of different kits, whether it be a selfie kit or in these days a COVID-19 kit, so that our clients can send these to their clients, to their offices through their sales reps, and be able to support those practices in a practical and in these days Pharma guideline legal way. Since then we've grown, like I said, to encompass more than just photo and video. We also do a big live events business. So we do national sales meetings, we do launch meetings, we even do small like Instagram pop-up things. We have a team that's really versed in creating a really exciting and I would say creative live events.
Sona Creative has taken a very creative turn, if you will, to support aesthetic providers and other healthcare practitioners. Can you tell us exactly how you're doing that?
So we support the aesthetic providers primarily through some of the bigger pharma companies. Those are our clients. We're able to do whatever project they need, whether it be a video shoot, a photo shoot, support them at some of the major meetings. I've probably seen a lot of these people that are watching this video at the major meetings for AAD, ASAPS, and hopefully those meetings come back soon. So a lot of those places you've seen us, whether it's shooting video or doing Instagram pop-up. When it comes to PPE, we've just recently got into that because our clients were looking for a way to support their practices so that they can open up safely. And in that we're able to source through our connections some great options for PPE, whether it be face masks or hand sanitizer or different things that can keep their offices safe.
What inspired you to offer PPE?
What inspired us to offer PPE was that our clients were looking for a way to get products to their practices so their practices can open safely. So we have connections through all of our vendors because we do quite a bit of sourcing. And while it's hard for the average person to find where all of this stuff is and the best prices, we can easily provide that. So what inspired us to do it was the availability at our fingertips. So we're able to provide that to our clients and they in turn can provide it to the practices. We also can offer that directly to the practices. We're able to get some great quantity discounts, especially at the larger quantities, and everything is available right now if you're interested.
Some of your products can be customized with logos. With your expertise in marketing and advertising, how useful are personalized products to post-COVID branding?
Branding is what we do. Branding is obviously hugely important. I've worked in the industry long enough to remember when we could put brands on pens and basically everything in the office. Heck, we used to give away TVs practically. But these days, the pharma guidelines have gotten very strict and you can't really do that. But if it's a medically relevant item, you can. And in offices, there's not a lot of those. You're not really going to brand a syringe, but with PPE, these are great opportunities for a practice to get their logo on there, on a face shield, on a face mask, anything that, or even a bottle of hand sanitizer. It's a great opportunity for the clients and or the practices themselves to brand an item that can, pharma guidelines legally be placed in the office.
I also noticed that customizing your products with logos is relatively inexpensive.
Correct. Yeah, typically putting a logo on it is not much more expensive than the product itself. Obviously, like for something like a face shield, there's not a lot of real estate, just maybe at the very top. A face mask, you can brand the whole face mask, and that's an amazing branded opportunity, whether it be for a group of practices, a single practice, or a pharma company themselves.
I want to spend some time focusing on the foundation of Sona Creative. You have a host of different capabilities, from print to video production and also digital. Can you walk us through what you've done for some of your clients in the aesthetic space, starting with print?
So, print, believe it or not, is still alive. Ironically enough, right now in the days of COVID, I think a lot of people are pulling print from the offices because, they just don't want people touching stuff, and people most likely are not going to take it. But we definitely do print, whether it be brochures you see in the office. Some of our clients do still like to do printed sales aids. The traditional iBook or iPad sales aid is popular, but also sometimes a little more clunky than just having a piece of printed material you can put in front of the doctor's face. So we do a fair amount of printed material. We do a large amount of digital and video. Video is kind of the backbone of our company. Everybody loves seeing moving pictures these days. So everything from TV commercials all the way down to little in-office videos, a video that can talk about your practice, maybe an injection video that shows your technique, even just meeting the staff. I think all of those things are important if you're trying to market to a broader group on the digital media side. We also offer a large amount of photography, whether it be traditional photography in the office, before and after photography, which I think we'll dive into in more detail. That's a big part of our business as well.
How do your photography services enhance the photos taken with EMRs like Aesthetic Record?
So our systems really rely on consistency. And I think that's how it ties in nicely to the EMR, is you're able to have a consistent photo for the before and the after. So everything's measured from where the patient stands to where the patient looks, to where the cameras are, to where the lights are. You have a very, very incredibly consistent photo each time. So not only is that great for medical records, but it's great for patients because they know when they see something and the lighting's different, they get suspicious right away. So it makes for a quality product all the way around.
When building these before and after photo rooms, what do you do to elevate the patient experience while creating a practical space for healthcare providers to work in?
So we have somebody on our team who has shot probably over 1,000 to 2,000 before and after images himself. He was part of a large tour that went around the United States with a well-known doctor from Brazil to help teach other doctors within the United States how to inject, at the time, a new filler. So he wanted before and afters of all of his patients. So we really built a small and compact and really nice before and after system. The same person that I'm talking about, he also sets up before and after rooms in the practices. So everybody knows how important a good before and after image is for your practice. Patients love seeing them, and they need to be quality. You need to have the consistent lighting on each photo, and then when the picture's being taken, you want to have an easy to use system that anybody in your office can manage without question. You want to have nice markings on the floor, markings on the wall, so patients know where to look. We have someone in our team that specializes in that, and they are very, very good at it. And you can actually see that specific setup at bandapros.com. What our team does to make it practical, but also comfortable for the patient. I think the number one thing to comfort is seeing that the provider, whoever it is at the time, it could be the PA or the doctor themselves, who that they know what they're doing, and it seems seamless. Like they should look like a professional photographer, the way they pull on the camera, the lights are ready to go, the camera's all set. They're not fumbling around with the stuff. So I think that's the way to make them comfortable, is ease of use. So what we do is we put a system in that basically anybody can use. You do not have to be a photography expert by any means. So I think the comfort level goes up for the patients when they see how easy it is to use the system.
What kind of video production do you offer aesthetic practices?
At Sona Creative Group, we have a team for any size video project, whether it be a single camera person or a whole team to shoot whatever you might need. If you're looking to record a commercial for your local marketplace, or if you're looking to do just a social media video within your practice. Someone on our team recently created a social media package where you can hold your phone within the system. It has a microphone, it has lights on it, and you can actually record really good quality social media content yourself in your office. So it's quite amazing. But we specialize in taking any size project that you may have from a video or photo standpoint and finding the right team for that budget. So we can do great testimonial videos with your patients. We can do amazing videos of your practice and maybe talking to some of your staff so that your customers can feel comfortable knowing everybody in your staff before they even come in. Across the board, we have the right team for any size project. Part of what we do also is we've done a lot of social media and Instagram pop-ups, whether it be at some of the larger meetings such as AAD, or even for large events like Real Self held one in New York last year, where we did an amazing, we turned a whole room and we lined all of the walls with balloons of different colors with our clients' branding. And when you walked into that room, you basically had an Instagram social media background and any angle you turned, and it looked very amazing. I think it stole the show at the event, to be honest.
How should practices leverage digital advertising to maximize their spend while attracting new patients into their doors?
As everybody knows, digital advertising is huge these days. If you don't have an Instagram, Facebook account, you should start one. And I think what's really important is you want to have before and afters. You want to have images of your practice, but you also want to have some content maybe that talks about your personal life, because everybody, we know it's a business. We know we're being sold something, but people will connect with it better if it is there's a personal slant to it. So I know I've heard directly in many cases where people are going to be more apt to tune in and relate to the office if they can see the personal side of it. Other than that, you want to be able to geo-target around your area. And believe it or not, Google and Facebook and Instagram have an amazing system that is, you can probably just watch a YouTube video on how to do it. And they help you do that. So you're able to kind of get the people that are close to you based on keywords, and they draw them directly to your digital site. One of our biggest clients, Evolus, has an amazing program. They have a new loyalty program, and part of that program they're providing for providers at a certain level up to I think $24,000 in digital advertising. So if you were to do this on your own and you wanted to kind of place ads for your company on Instagram and Facebook, it's incredibly expensive these days. That's where a lot of dollars are being spent. But Evolus is doing this for the practitioners at that level free of charge, and includes, I believe, some actual content as well as ad placement.
I like that you mentioned social media is key for branding, and everyone at base minimum should have a Facebook and an Instagram. Essentially, your social media is your book of business. So why is this so critical for practices to take advantage of?
The main reason why social media is so important these days is because your competitors are doing it. Everybody is out there, and the millennial population, I just heard some stats recently where about 90% of millennials are on social media. And if those aren't your patients right now, they're going to be your patients very soon. So it's really important you're able to be out there, because that's where everybody's eyes are at. You want to go where the eyes are, and you want to be able to, attract those people in a very professional, but sometimes even a fun way. So they see that your office is a place that can be a relaxing, but also very professional situation.
Most of the work you do is through Big Pharma. How can providers partner with pharmaceutical companies in order to access the content that you produce?
A lot of the work we do at Sona Creative Group is with Big Pharma. And I think the easiest way for any of the providers out there to access this content or any content that would help their practice would be to start with your rep. The rep is a direct line back to the marketing office. let them know you're interested in more videos or you want to take part in future videos. I think a lot of times they're looking for people to be, say, in an injection video. They're looking to take part in some of the content they're trying to create. So your rep is really your key to the bigger marketing group.
Chris, thank you so much for taking the time to come on today and share with us the wonderful things that you and your team are doing at Sona Creative Group. I love that you guys have taken quite a different turn in order to support practices. You're already doing that with your digital marketing, your advertising, and also your video production. But I think it's also amazing that you're offering PPE. And I'm sure our users are very grateful for that. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing more about that and offering it to our users to the marketplace.
Thank you so much for having Sona Creative Group today. We really appreciate it. You can find us at sonacreativegroup.com. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
And that's a wrap for this episode of ARTV. If you're an aesthetic record user, make sure to log in to market.aestheticrecord.com, where you can check out the huge selection of PPE that the Sona Creative Group offers, such as face masks, face shields, hand sanitizer, alcohol wipes, and much more. And remember, a lot of these are customizable, so you can add in your logo for just a small fee. If you're not an aesthetic record user, but wish to join the AR family, visit aestheticrecord.com, where our team is eager to chat with you. If you're a small business doing big things and would like to be featured on our next episode, email me down below. I look forward to seeing you all very soon, but until then, stay safe and stay healthy.